You're welcome back to the Good Life Orphanage. It's May 2011 and you'll see from this DVD that things have progressed brilliantly over the last 12 months. Since laying a foundation stone in 2007 and the opening of the Good Life Orphanage in April 2008 with our first two children, Gracie and Michael, so much has happened. It's not been easy, but with a very strong support network and committee behind us in the UK and Ireland, we have managed to achieve the unthinkable. Here is the Good Life Orphanage today, with the 5 houses: O'Malley, Flynn, Maguire, Kilroe and Keogh houses, all fully operational, where 49 children are enjoying a life they could only have dreamt of after being orphaned or abandoned. Each house has a house mama and a house auntie, with the children getting a good education, 3 square meals a day, and the most important thing of all, the security of calling a place home. This is our play area dedicated to the memory of young Joe Geeling. Many an hour is spent in here playing. Here is the Mason Community Centre with the Mulberry Bush Library and Anne Powell Recreation Area. The children spend so much time here playing games and watching TV. This is our latest addition to our Good Life Orphanage, a new computer room, with 2 donations making it possible for us to buy 6 new computers from Camara. We're amazed at the way our children and our mothers and aunties have taken to using the computers. With Mama Mercy overseeing everything, she makes sure our commandments are kept. Kinnison House, as well as storing all the water for the Good Life Orphanage, has 3 twin rooms where our volunteers enjoy the Good Life experience, Kenyan style. Our 1.5 acre farming plot produces the majority of fruit and vegetables for the orphanage. There is maize, tomatoes, sumawiki, spinach, green beans growing here. We're lucky now our older boys can help David and Kennedy, Moses and Margaret. Here they are with Margaret cutting the cowpea, which is just like spinach, and they will have for their evening tea. We have repositioned our hen house to the middle of the farm, and every 2 weeks 200 chickens are culled, and what we don't use at the orphanage are sent to market. Here is the operation in progress. Also on the farm we have our 50 layers, which produce 4 dozen eggs a day. These are used in the houses with any excess being sold at the market. We don't know who's the most scared here, the chickens or the boys. Here are our cows who produce the much needed milk for the children, which is very expensive in Kenya. We now know why farmers complain so much at home. It's not easy being a dairy farmer. Over the past 3 years, we have brought children to the Good Life Orphanage from the most unbelievably poor places. We sometimes forget where these children come from and what poverty they have experienced in their first years and months before arriving at the Good Life. Here is an update on some of the stories. We've just come out of Coast General Hospital after 3 weeks of sorting officials out and things. We've picked up our first 2 orphans. This is little Gracie. Grace is 6 months old. She's been abandoned. She's been in the hospital now about 2 months. We've no ideas. All we know that she's about 6 months old. She's not in very good health, but we think that it's just through malnutrition, and hopefully good food and everything will bring her back to being normal. Wouldn't it, Gracie? Yes. And this here is Michael. Michael is a little boy. We think he's about a month old, and he's from Somalian extraction, and he has been in the hospital for a month. They found him in an area near here. Here is Gracie and Michael, our first 2 children today. They're all growing up.
Thank you.
Well done. That's good. Yeah, brilliant. Well done.
What's the name of the children, Nico?
Joshua, Caleb and Moses.
They are coming away from an orphanage that has been closed down because it was not very well run. And now these 3 children are coming now to the Good Life Orphanage. This child is so weak, whether it's malnourished It might be malaria, it could be anything. So I think we'll go to the hospital first. Just look at that little child's legs from sores. Look at the sores on his legs where he's been smacked or bitten or what, we don't know. But look at the wee lamb's legs, look at the way he's been looked after. It's terrible.
Here is Joshua, Caleb and Moses today. As you can see, they've grown up so fast and their main passion is football.
Thank you for teaching me football. Thank you for giving me a good future.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me this chance.
Okay.
We've come here today to Nadogo village, but we did not realise until we got here the family we've come to see is actually a family of 6 children. You can see here the mother died on the 19th of November giving birth, and the little mound beside the big mound is the baby's grave. So the father died a few months ago and the mother died giving birth to this little baby, leaving 6 orphans. We're just going to take you now to show you the shack where they lived with their mother when she was alive. We have just had a long discussion with the village chief and one of the voluntary workers here. These 2 little girls are going to the Malaysia Orphanage in Khalifa, and this little boy and this little girl are coming to the Good Life Orphanage. You know, when we say to you all the time, your donations are making a massive difference. Well, you see these children now, you see where they've lived, where they've been. So every penny you are giving to us, well, you can see here what a difference it is making. A month later, the authorities allowed us to take Abdullah to the Good Life Orphanage. So he's joined his sister Suomo and brother Hamisi and Salim. All these siblings are now together.
Thanks for keeping my family together.
Here is Mama Lucy with little Lawrence. Lawrence was born to a teenage mother in the village and he has spina bifida. It's baby Amanda. Baby Amanda was found in a plastic bag and came to the orphanage at 1 day old. Here we've little Mercy. Mercy was born to an 11-year-old girl. She's 10 months old now, but you can see she's very small and underdeveloped for her age. This is little Shelley. Shelley has just been diagnosed with cerebral palsy and needs specialist treatment. Even though these children have disabilities and very difficult childhoods, they all have a good life here now. During the past 12 months we've had visitors from Europe and the UK and Ireland. Since we've started, some friends have supported us from day one, and it was wonderful to see them out this year at the Good Life Orphanage. They did everything from digging holes, to plant trees, to nurse babies. They all kept away from the changing of the nappies, but they all got stuck in and really enjoyed their time out at the Good Life Orphanage. We have noticed the children coming on leaps and bounds, watching and learning from our volunteers. We've been very, very lucky with our volunteers. They've organised special trips to the beach, to Hallier Park, and we even managed to have our first GLO Sports Day. We welcome all volunteers, and the children love to interact with them. So if you're over 21 years of age and willing to make a donation to the Good Life Orphanage for food, accommodation and airport transfers, you will be picked up and we can guarantee you'll have a wonderful time. If you're lucky and Kevin is in Kenya, you'll even experience one of the now famous Kev's tours. Not only do our volunteers play with the children, Pat made a special trip out to the Good Life Orphanage to build a much needed furnace, as there's no bin lorries in this part of the world. With the help of Auntie Mercy, Kerry, Mick and Kathy, Monica and Dan organised our very first sports day. We used the running track at the new school, and they had a sprint race, egg and spoon, 3-legged race, wheelbarrow, and even the mamas, aunties and uncles had a race. It was a wonderful success, with the children enjoying every minute of it. O'Malley House got the most points, so they won the prize and all got a certificate to celebrate. This is our new St Bernadette and St Mary's School. It will open for a trial run on the 3rd of May 2011 with the official opening day on the 17th of March 2012. It's a wonderful school building and we cannot thank our donor family enough for making this dream come true. When fully operational, our own 60 children from the GLO, along with a further nearly 240 children from the local area, will benefit from a free education, something unheard of in Kenya. Here are some of the girls listening to Mr. Mawazi telling them a story.
Then finally, the kangaroo made lots of little bounces and won the hurdle race. Let's clap for the kangaroo.
Thank you.
You'll see from this drawing that the project has grown. Our final building we're hoping to put up is a transition house where our teenage boys and girls will learn to cook, clean and look after themselves. Each section will have a youth leader to give them guidance, and we hope that this preparation will make them ready for going out into the world, away from the security of the Good Life Orphanage. It's May 2011. You're welcome back to our Good Life Orphanage project. Everything, as you can see, is going very well. We've got our 5 houses up now, operational. We've got 49 children in the houses. We've got spaces for another 11 children. But at the moment, we're actually offering the places to disabled children as well. So we're actually spreading our wings out a little bit and looking for the most needy children in this area. The big thing as well this year is the finishing of our school. Our school is going to be opening in another few weeks, and there'll be 350 children coming into the school. Our own 60 children and the rest coming from the surrounding area, all again poor and needy families. We're making a massive difference in this area. We're supporting these children. We've also got 20 staff here and we're supporting their extended families as well by their wages. What we're asking is your continued support for our project. You know, every penny comes out here, every penny is wisely spent. 100% of your donations come to the Good Life Orphanage project. And that's what all we ask for, is your continued support to help us give these children a chance and a better life. So Asante Sana to everyone, and thank you from the Good Life Orphanage.
One night to be confused, one night to speed up truth. We had a promise made, 4 hands and then away. Both under influence, we had divine sense to know what to say. Mind is a razor blade to call for hands of above, to lean on. Would it one night of magic rush, the start a simple touch. One night to push and scream, and then relief. 10 days of perfect tunes, the colors red and blue. We had a promise made, we were in love. To call for hands of above, to lean on. Call for hands of love to lean on. Would it be good enough? And you knew the hand of the devil, and you kept us awake with false teeth, sharing different heartbeats. And to call for hands of above.